Today we're going to talk about why most investors, at least within our fund and maybe our sphere and our network, choose to start out with the minimum investment required before eventually adding on if they so choose to do so. This is just another daily parallel brief. We talk all things finances and investments, just topics that we see as it relates to our fund. This is not financial advice, investment advice by any means. If you want that advice, don't come here. Go somewhere else where they are qualified to do that. We're just talking about investments and financial topics here. So we have a real estate debt fund. We lend primarily in Texas to fix and flippers or to builders involved in ground up construction, properties or investments of their own, where we are able to put a hard money loan or hard money lenders. The asset or the house acts as collateral. So that's the type of fund that we have, and we have the majority of our investors are friends, family that has grown and has a network, and generally we've found most investors start with the minimum, or as we've grown, they start with whatever the average size is. Really just depends. So our minimum was $50K, now it is $100K in our fund, and typically investors will start with that minimum. They want to get their feet wet. They want to see, if we're any good at what we do. We do have a track record. It is growing over time, but they still want to see if they like the vehicle, if it fits them, and if they are going to enjoy being invested with us. So typically they will start with the minimum. Again, it used to be $50K, now it's $100K, and then over a course of 3, 4, 5, 6 months, if it's a vehicle that they are enjoying and something that they are proud to share to their friends about, that's when we typically see added investments, whether it's another $50K, another $100K investment, whatever it may be. So again, they typically want to start with the minimum, and they have plans to add more over time, but they want to see how you perform. They want to see if they get along with you, and they want to see if it's something to be proud with their friends. Right now, as a fund, as a fund that relies on capital to lend out, we of course are trying to raise them as most possible within the appropriate framework that we're using to lend out. But I think this is a really good strategy from investors. Even when I've invested in vehicles outside of my own, I enjoy starting with the minimum or lower amount just to see if I like, just to see if it fits my psychology. Right? I may be shooting for I might be an investor that wants a lot higher returns than what our fund can give. So if I don't like this fund, then I can pull my money out without adding more. Or I may be an investor who this is it for me. I really like it. I can add capital on over time. Any questions at all, please comment in the comments below. Again, most investors start with the minimum and then they add over time if it's a vehicle that I like. Again, this is not investment or financial advice by any means. If you're looking for that, go somewhere else. But if you want to follow us along, we do what we call a daily parallel brief every day, starting here on out, 2 to 3 minutes, just talking about just financial and investment topics that we see on a day-to-day basis running our debt fund. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. It helps us grow. We'll see you next time. Peace.